Hey guys, it's Caitlin, and today I'm going to be showing you how I did a Spider-Man inspired like half face makeup look. And so first I applied a foundation just as I normally would for any normal everyday makeup. I just applied foundation. This one is the Tarte Shape Tape foundation in the color Porcelain. Just applied it all over my face. I then realized I should probably glue down my eyebrow for that half of the makeup look. So that is what I'm doing here. So then I just blended in the foundation with a beauty blender. This is the one from Real Techniques. So again, just blending it in just as if you were just doing your everyday makeup. Just making sure everything's really nice and blended in, and I just am putting some over my eyebrow on that one side of my face. I'm trying to make sure it's as covered as possible, which I'm not doing too good of a job at, but trying my best. I then went in with concealer. This one is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I used the color 10 Fair, but again, just like on the foundation, just putting it as you normally would. And then I just blended this in with the Beauty Blender as well. I then used powder. This one is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I'm the color 11, Creamy Natural. And then just blended that in with the Real Techniques brush. I'm using the brush 300 from them. After this, I just took a brown eyeliner that I had and kind of mapped out where the eye would be for this side of the makeup look, where I'm going to kind of put the mask design of the makeup look. So I'm just kind of drawing it out so I won't cover it with the red makeup when I do that part. I then just kind of proceeded with doing just like more of my everyday makeup routine. So I took the Hoola bronzer from Benefit with the 301 brush from Real Techniques and just blended that into my cheekbones, and then the Hardy blush from Tarte and blended that into my cheekbones as well. And finally the illuminating powder from Tanya Burr Cosmetics, and just put it in all the high places of my face. I then moved on to my eyebrow, just the one on the one side, and used the Gimme Brow from Benefit to fill that in. And then I started to do an eye look on just this one side, and I'm just doing it in the Spider-Man colors. So I first took a blue shade and started doing the outer corner of the eye and blending it out. trying to make it kind of as dark as I can, just in the outer corner. I then went in with a red color and kind of patted it on in the center and then blended it out, kind of blending it into the blue and then more towards the inside of my eye. Just trying to blend everything together as much as I can without losing the pigments of the colors. Then I went in with some more of the blue just to add more of the color, because it did get kind of faded when I added that red in. I then took a black eyeliner. The one I'm using is from the WandaVision collection and from Ulta Beauty. It's just the black one. And I'm drawing like a small like spider's web in the outside corner of my eye, like going down. Just to add a little touch and design to the look on that eye, since more of the look is going to be focused on the other side of my face. With that same eyeliner, I just drew like a small black line across the top of my eye. Didn't add anything too dramatic, but I just wanted to add a small black line just to add more dimension. This is what that looked like after I got done with the eyeliner. I then went in with some more of the blue and just blended a little bit underneath of my eye. Then I got started on the other side of my face. So I'm using the iMagic Professional Cosmetics color palette for this part of this makeup look, and I'm using the red color for most of it, but I'm just coloring this side of my face all with the red color except for the part that I outlined earlier, because that is going to be the eye part, so I'm leaving that for now, but the rest I'm coloring with the red, and I'm just trying to get it as pigmented as possible. So I'm just trying not to spread it out too much, because then it gets a little bit thin, but just trying to keep it as red as possible. I'm putting the red pretty much all on this side of my face, and I'm pulling it to like the halfway point on my face, but I'm not making an exact like halfway line. I'm kind of just dragging it and making it messy at the halfway mark, so it just kind of looks like torn and broken there, and there's not like an exact line at that point. You just want to make sure you get everything covered. I went over my nose, over my mouth, so I guess I did do a little bit more than halfway, but like I said, just trying to drag it out so that it does look a bit messy there in the middle, and avoiding that spot that I outlined earlier around my eye, and trying to make it as clean of a line as possible around that area as well. And this is what it looks like up into this point, just with the face and the red paint. I then took a little bit of a smaller brush, and I am now using the white color from that same palette from iMagic, and I am now just doing that eye area, and again trying to keep it as white as possible. This one did take a few like coats, because again it was kind of like see-through and not as white as I wanted it. And so I had to go over it a couple times, but then it did look pretty good. And trying to keep it as precise as possible, especially with the red being right next to it, to not mix it in with the red color. After you get the eye filled in, you should have something that looks like this. And then I took a really tiny brush and I started in on the lines in the Spider-Man mask. So I just tried to be as precise as possible and draw straight lines to the center of my face, that all kind of met in one position there in the center. And you want to avoid the white spot as well, and just go on the red. And just try to go as straight as possible. The nose and mouth were the hardest part to do, but it just kind of take your time and do your best, because I did mess up a few times, but it was okay. I just tried to fix it as best as possible. I needed to go over a few spots with the red to clean it up a little bit, but in the end I liked how it turned out, so it was okay. next I took that same like tiny brush in the black color from the palette and started making the like connecting lines in between the lines I drew earlier to start making it more of a like spider web look. And this part was also very tedious, but again just took my time and tried to make it look as good as possible. Again, the nose was the hardest part, especially because these lines do have a little bit of a curve to it. So on the parts of your face that are already curved, it did make that a little bit harder. But after I got it going, it was a little bit easier. But I just did this all over my face again. And like before, I avoided the white area around my eye, just did it on the red, just like on the Spider-Man mask. It's basically what I'm copying. And again, if you mess up, just go over it with the red and fix any mistakes you have. It'll look just fine. When I got done drawing all the lines, this is what it looked like. So I just, for final touches, drew a small black line around the eye. And once you have that done, that is the final look. And I hope that you enjoyed it and like how it turned out. And if you did, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you!